Good morning. Welcome to another Science Meets Soul Ramble. It is 5:42 a.m. and I want to talk to you about being kind to yourself, treating yourself like your own best friend. Because I'd be willing to bet that 80% of the things that you say to yourself, you would never say to another human being, especially somebody that you loved. So I urge you to watch your inner dialogue, the things that you're saying to yourself, especially in the realm of beating yourself up. Because I'll give you an example in my own life. I have not been making as much time for myself, for relaxation, for meditation, for all of the above, as I know that I should be. And yesterday I was in the car on the way home from work, about to take a meeting. And instead of saying, "Come on, Sammy, you know better," I said, "Hey, you know better. Let's do better. I care about you. I want you to do well." It's a lot more powerful if you think about somebody else talking to you that way. What are you going to be more receptive to? The loving, you know, "Please, could you help me do the dishes because I'm feeling a little stressed?" You'd be like, "Oh my God, of course." Yeah. As opposed to, "You ever do the dishes?" So just keep that dichotomy in mind. Being kind to yourself can be more productive and also so much more healing and nurturing than yelling at yourself. And another thing about that is feeling like you're going backwards is natural, is a part of the growing process, and it is a part of your psyche and the universe trying to make sure that you've really learned. If you thought that you really had it down, I thought that I had my rest schedule down and everything's kind of gotten away from me. So my lesson here is to not only adopt these practices, but to learn to reinforce them when it's hard. And that'll come up in every area of life, not just, routine and rest. And it's about holding yourself to things gently because force and habit formation might work, but you also kind of have some resentment and then it doesn't last. So, in my mind, the best way to truly change a habit or anything is to change your perspective on that thing, change your dialogue with that thing, change your mind about that thing. Like, it's so much more likely to stick if you decide that you are a person who gets up early for your enrichment instead of over and over setting the alarm, not getting up, and then chastising yourself for that. I still battle with this. I prefer to wake up at 5 a.m. Um, Today I snoozed a couple of times. But earlier this week, I had to sleep until 7 because my body needed it. And it's a matter of learning how to listen to your body and being gentle with yourself in the face of what you're trying to accomplish because you're a team. You and your body are a team. Yes, I wanted to get up early, but my body wasn't ready. And so I can be gentle with that. And given everything that's going on in my life right now and my lack of rest, I was especially kind and took that time without question. If I'm doing amazing and getting plenty of sleep, maybe it is a matter of, discipline and remembering all of the times that I snoozed and then was more tired or regretted not having that time for my personal enrichment. Which those times have been a plenty. But I'm here now, and all of those times built up into lessons. And it is so pointless to beat myself up over them, especially being so far in the past. And I am a new version of myself this morning. That's another thing. We need to remember of ourselves and the people around us that we are never talking to or interacting with the same person that we were before. We create these masks for ourselves and then we put people in a box. We really do. And because of that, your expectation of their reactions to things or your interpretation of what they're saying doesn't allow them to unfurl into the person that they're becoming with you. Have you ever noticed that oftentimes it's easier to like be your full self with strangers than with the people that you've known your whole life? It's crazy because, well, it's almost easier to do anything with a stranger than somebody you've known your whole life because you care what they think and they have this idea of you in their head and you just for some reason feel this pull to match that idea, whether or not it's subconscious. Um, and the fear that if you don't match that idea in their head, that they will take it poorly and reject you in some way or another. So I think a really great thing to do in that regard is one, allow yourself to be an ever changing being. You're learning lessons every day, you're getting better every day. And just every morning, reopen yourself to the possibilities and to the person that you want to be. As for the people in your life, stay open with them. Give them a chance to step into their higher self. Leave room for them. Don't assume, don't expect. I had a situation with my best friend where she has evolved a lot. She's been going to therapy and everything's been, you know, she's worked hard on herself. I'm really proud of her. Um, in the past, it was unthinkable to bring something to her because it would blow up to something, defensiveness. And I just didn't want to risk the friendship. But I didn't give her the chance because I was afraid. But more recently, we have opened up a dialogue and she's ready. And if I stuck to my old ideas of her and I never talked to her about it, and I never gave her the chance to grow in my perspective, then our relationship wouldn't grow and bloom and she wouldn't be allowed to occupy her full potential. So I don't even know how we got here. Allow yourself to occupy your full potential by letting go of the past because you are a new person today. And allow the people in your life, especially those you love, to step in to the person that they're becoming with grace and with applause, especially with positive reinforcement. We are going to change at an accelerated rate, and it's going to feel. I'll leave it at that for my morning ramble today. And be kind to yourself. Remember that you are a team. Your mind, your body, your soul, being the person that is observing all of this that is going on, or not your thoughts. And you need your body, even though you're your body. And gentle, kind, let yourself grow. Don't make. And if anyone hasn't told you lately, and even if they have, I love you.